What's up, y'all? It's Otaku Tavern back with another video. Hope everybody is doing well today or tonight, whatever time of day it is for you, or night. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe if you like the content that I create, and make sure you click the bell notification so that you do not miss a video. Like and all that, you know. So we're going to kind of talk about another toxic dating experience video. That's what this is going to be. So yeah, buckle up. This one's a wild one, to be honest, and it's not really a story that I wish it's not really a story that I wish I just didn't have to tell, right? That I wish I didn't experience this. But sadly, I did. And yeah, so we're going to talk about it. All of these stories, I will say, are bad on their own level, right? They're bad on their own level, and they... Sorry, I'm just trying to do something in my Discord server really quick, y'all. They're really bad. Like, I mean, I hope y'all can really learn from this, because these stories here are honestly stories I wish that I didn't have to go through, to be honest. But this one's a wild one, so like I said, just kind of buckle up and all of that. So anyway, back in about 2011, I had a friend I was talking to, and come to find out, she wasn't no good. But like I said, I was not a Christian at this point in time, so I didn't really even think anything about it. But like, this friend anyway introduced me to this girl named Ashley, right? And you know, I thought she was pretty attractive, and whatnot. And so I was going out there all the time, you know. Me and this Ashley girl was kind of talking, and anyway, come to find out, this friend of hers, this should have been the red flag, honestly, that I was like, you know what? No, that's not going to work. Like, honestly, that's what I should have done, to be honest, but I didn't. So, yeah. Anyway, this friend of hers had a daughter, and this girl was like 5 years old at the time. And this girl, this little kid, I mean, was watching stuff that this child should not be watching. Like, I mean, this kid was watching movies like Scream, like a whole buttload of horror films, just people getting murdered on TV, right? Like, and I was like, you know, I was kind of like thinking, well, why does this mother allow this? Well, to top it all off, this kid literally was sitting there. I was sitting there with our mom, right? And we was just kind of talking about some people that we knew, but like that, just, I'm not gonna get into that aspect. But anyway, this kid just randomly shouts to the TV, like, yeah, stab him, stab him. Like, literally just cheering this killer on. Like, I was like, you know, what the actual hell? And to top it all off, this kid when it wanted, like, when she wanted, like, juice, she would, like, go to the fridge, and if someone was around, like, seriously, if, like, if I was around, and she would sit here and say, give me that effing juice, or she would say the Lord's name in vain, right? Or just whatever kind of, like, stuff she's heard on them crappy movies, right? And it was so bad, like, it was bad. And it was like, you know, at the time, when I was an atheist, I kind of laughed about it. I shouldn't have laughed about it. Like, the fact that, like, a kid was saying, give me that effing juice. Like, because yeah, exactly what you said, Rosa. It's bad parenting. But anyway, the reason I mention this is because this is kind of where the story starts. And I just kind of want to tell the whole story. So, anyways, I feel bad for this kid that his mom allowed her to watch such violence. I know, right? Like, I mean, I had seen them movies and I was like, wow, you know, I wouldn't let a kid watch this. Like, I don't really watch a lot of horror films. I'm not really big into that kind of thing. But, like, you know, I do like a few, like, you know, the Japanese Ringu movies, right? Or I like Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, I love the Saw franchise. But I would not let a child watch this. Like, it's not for children, right? But anyway, I was talking to this girl, you know, she came over and, you know, she started just sitting in my lap and just all this stuff, right? And she was like just talking to me and stuff, and she was like, well, do you want to go like to the other room or whatever? And I was like, yeah, sure, just give me a minute. Anyway, come to find out, like, I guess I had said something that upset her. I still to this day don't know really what, because I didn't really say anything bad. But, like, she was like, in my personal opinion, I think she was kind of doing teasing, is what I think. That's kind of what I think she was doing. But anyway, she was like, you want to come lay down in bed with me? And I was like, sure, you know, like, and, I told her, I was like, is it alright if I finish my movie? And then, she got mad about that. And then she's like, well, you can just sleep in there then. And then I was like, I can turn it off and come in there if it's that big of a deal. Like, and then she was like, no, just forget it. I was like, okay, whatever, you know. So I ended up started watching this movie again, and then I fell asleep. And morning comes, and you know, me and this girl are spending some time and stuff, right? And then she leaves to go wherever, and I later on, I know where she went, but, like, I'm not going to kind of spoil that just yet. But, like, I was tasked with watching this kid, right? While her mom stayed in the bedroom sorting out bills or whatever. And so I took this kid and I tried to turn some cartoons on, like, because I wasn't going to, like, just put violent movies on, right? And then so I put some cartoons on for the kid, and then that was pretty much the end of it. So I went and got me a glass of milk. And this was, gosh, this was insane after what I found out afterwards. But anyway, after this kid got done watching cartoons, this kid had went to this bedroom, to where Ashley's things was, right? And come to find out, this kid came to me eventually with like an empty vitamin bottle, right? And this kid was like, "Sorry, I didn't share any. I kind of ate them all." And I was like, "Oh, you know," because I just thought it was like, I didn't know exactly it was vitamin gummies until I looked at it, right? And then I was like, "Oh, it's all right," you know, like. And then I started looking at it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And anyway, so I ran to her mom and I said, "Hey," I said, "you got a minute?" And then she was like, "Yeah, what's up?" I was like, "I need to speak with you. Like, you are not going to believe this, but I need to speak with you." And she's like, "Yeah, what is it?" And I was like, "You see these vitamins here?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Your daughter just ate the whole damn bottle." And she's like, "Oh, well, surely she'll be fine." I said, "You want to know what kind of vitamins they are?" And she was like, "What?" I was like, "These are prenatal vitamins." And this little kid had ate an entire bottle of prenatal vitamins. Like, I think the kid actually had to go to the emergency room after that, because, like, I left because, like, I had to go out and do some stuff, right? And it was like, you know, I wasn't going to take the fall for that because, like, I was just tasked with putting cartoons on for the child. I was not in task of doing anything else, right? So, you know, I go and start doing my own thing because that's what her mother told me to do. So, anyways, so now I had found out that this girl that I was been seeing was taking prenatal vitamins. So now I have this to worry about. That's insane. Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad. Let's see how many seconds. It's really bad. Like, I don't really, like, to this day, I can't believe I actually had to witness that. But, like, anyway, wow, yeah. Like, anyway, so now I had a whole new problem to deal with because now I had to deal with this girl that I was been seeing and questioning her on stuff. And then I started questioning her on things, and she started, like, being, like, really secretive, right? And all this kind of crap, right? And I asked the mom, this little child's mom, I said, "How long have you known Ashley?" And she said, "Well, not too long." She said, "I've known her for a little bit." And I was like, "Well, could you tell me anything like about her, that is she like keeping some secrets?" So I started asking her all these questions, right? And then, you know, she was like, "Well, if she's taking prenatal vitamins, she's obviously pregnant. She's obviously fooling around." And I was like, okay. And then she was like, "Yeah," she said, "the crazy thing is too, she drinks and smokes weed." And I was like, hold on a second. I was like, "She drinks and smokes weed?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, why the hell did you not tell me this in the first place? Like, if you had told me this, I wouldn't have even gotten with her." Because I've never been into women. I'm not into the party girls. I just don't like that. You know, they will never be loyal to you, y'all. But anyway, so I started questioning her on all this stuff, right? So she ends up getting pissed that I found out, like, all this stuff, right? And she was pregnant, drinking, smoking cigarettes, and smoking weed all at the same time while she was pregnant. And I was like, look, obviously you're not a woman that I can settle down with. Like, you do not seem serious in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, like, I broke it off with her, right? And then, not too long ago, like, not too late after that is what I meant. She had came back like a few months and messaged me and asked how I was doing, right? And I was like, you got some nerve texting me after all that shit.
Let's see how many seconds you'll last.
Like, don't even text me at this point. Like, just go find. I told her, I said, won't you just go find some other man to message, because God knows you have them, right? Like, and because God knew that. He knew, like, and I found out the hard way, right? I'm gonna be honest, this is not necessarily a long story. This is probably the shortest dating experience I've experienced. But like, anyway, like, I didn't fall in love with this girl or anything, and thank the good Lord that I did not get intimate with her. But like, yeah, it was just a mess, y'all. Like, she was doing all this stuff like behind my back, right? And she was telling me one thing and then she was doing another, right? And it's like, I'm very good at finding things out, especially if I'm being cheated on, right? I'm very good at finding that out, simply due to I can read body language. If you can't read body language, especially women, they will get away with it. Like, they will literally get away with it for quite a lot of time. Because men, on the other hand, they don't really just think it's straight to go and cheat. They just, bam, they go and do it. And that's why they get caught so many times. And as they should get caught. But like, with women, though, they plan this. A lot of them do. And you have to really be able to read body language. You have to really be able to pay attention to how she is acting. And there's even some men who can hide this good, y'all. Women, like, to y'all women. So it's like, yeah, don't be surprised. But like, yeah, it's like, it's a very sick world we live in, obviously. But another thing, too, that I want to mention is, as far as this child that was of the mother, I hate to see how this child is now. Like, if this child was doing that kind of stuff back then it's pretty wild, right? Like, it's like a 5-year-old doing all that. That's some insane stuff right there for a 5-year-old to be doing. Like, but the kid was under influence. The mother did not give a damn what the child watched. The mother didn't even care about watching the child. Like, she would tell me to go turn on like some cartoons or something, like for her, and I was thinking to myself, well, why can't you do it? You're not even doing anything. But just sitting on like the computer or sitting on your phone. And it was really weird. I should have paid attention to the red flags at the beginning, especially with the mother, let alone the girl I was with, right? Because it's like, the type of friends you get, what you have, that, yeah. If I'm going to say this once, guys. If you have a female who has toxic friends, and, if you're with a woman who has toxic female friends, run. Do not stay with that woman, because I'm going to tell you now, do not underestimate the influence of toxic friends. Just don't. Like, the same thing goes for men who have, all these guy friends who are toxic, right? If they're doing, all this toxic crap and stuff, then yeah, it's definitely going to bleed into the relationship, hands down. And I wish I had really seen the red flags, because it could have just saved me time. I mean, like, I didn't necessarily cry over this chick, but, like, I was just, like, I was really more pissed than anything because I was just betrayed, right? And I just don't understand how someone can do all that. Like, I mean, while doing all that while you're pregnant, like, you're asking for complications or something? Like, but it was a whole mess, right? And thank goodness that I don't have to deal with that, but, you know, God knew the situation. I guess that was his way of getting me out of it, so to say. But, like, because I was, like, finding out, like, all this stuff, right? And, you know, it's just like, the more you find out, just the more disgusted, the more pissed you become when you've been betrayed like that. And it was like, you know, I shouldn't have.
You'll enjoy this, trust me.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. They can definitely be the biggest danger to a child out of anything, to be honest. Anyway, like, to continue the story, one thing I want to talk about is the fact of this girl was literally just sitting in my lap, you know, just randomly, right? Like, she just... One time I was talking to this mother, and then this girl, Ashley, she comes over, and then she sees me there, and this was before we got together, right? And she just comes and starts sitting in my lap, and I mean, just kind of grinds on me or whatever. And it was clear, definitely without a shadow of a doubt, she was definitely teasing. But, like, I didn't fall. I mean, I didn't necessarily fall for it, obviously. Like, but, like, anyway, it was just a big mistake to get with her because it was a waste of time on my part. And it's just like, you know, another thing too is, like, come to find out, this girl Ashley was actually friends with another one of my exes, actually, which was crazy. And I am going to tell this one too, so because it all connects. So I'm going to tell this story here. So I guess just consider this kind of like a two-part story with two different exes, right? So she knew this other girl that I dated. Her name was Erica, and this girl, like, I didn't necessarily love her or anything, but I did like her. And, you know, the crazy thing is, you know, the same, it was actually the same apartment complex, too. You know, me and this girl, Erica, we made out in the freaking mail room, right? This was when we was dating, though. Like, it was just, that was a terrible experience all on its own. But, anyways, this girl, Erica, right? I went to school with her, and not from where I'm from, but from another town that I lived in, at the time. I went to school there a little bit before I had completely just dropped out, right? And you know, I knew her quite well, so to say, and she was always talking to other dudes, right? That was a red flag, I know. I guess I was just young and I guess kind of desperate, right? But anyway, so damn. So anyway, you know, me and this girl, we talk a lot at school, and you know, this girl was also in special ed as well, and you know, she really liked attention. I can tell you that now. And it's just like, that's a red flag on its own. But anyway, this girl Erica, you know, we would kind of walk around, and come to find out, this girl Erica was also friends with another one of my exes as well, which is, this story is longer with my other ex, so I will do that in a separate video. Anyway, so to say, like, at the time, you know, we was walking and stuff, and you know, this girl would go like, kind of like, oh, I'm kind of into you, but then like, oh, I'm like kind of distant in a way, like kind of sending all these mixed signals and stuff, right? So, like I mentioned before, my ex Ashley knew this other girl I dated named Erica pretty well, and I did not know that, but I found it out though. Anyway, so one time I was actually walking around talking on the phone, right? And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we was talking about like some games and stuff, and then I see her in the distance walking with a man, and she's like all over him, like she's got her arm around him, right, and all this other stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. Kid you not, this girl walks by me. I mean, they walk by me. Because they didn't necessarily know who, like, she didn't know who I was till I started coming up, and she is, the whole time she walked by me, she tried to make it look like that I would not notice it was her, but she held her head down the whole time. She walked near me, in front of me, past me, all of that. Like, she had a hood on, all of that. Like, and I'm like, you know, I sit here and I message her, and I'm like, you know, do you honestly think I'm that stupid? Like, I just literally saw you walk past me. Like, I told my buddy, I was like, give me a second, bro. Like, I gotta do something. And she's like, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, don't play dumb with me. I said, you're literally on such and such street. You just came off of such and such street. Don't play dumb with me. I was the dude that walked past you. Like, you dang well know that. And she got mad. She blocked me and all that. I was like, you know, good. It's over. Cool. I don't really care. You know, like, but, you know, that goes to show that a lot of cheaters are friends with each other. Like, they really genuinely are. And it's just like, you know, it's just some crazy stuff, right? But yeah, like, this girl literally thought that I was not going to see that it was her. And it's like, you know, I get you were in special ed, but there's no way you're that, there's no way that you simply thought that you could possibly fool me like that. If so, then you got to be insane. You really do. Like, it was a wild experience, y'all. Like, it was terrible, and I would not wish it on my worst enemy. Like, because a lot of these women, y'all guys, they can be toxic, and you know, I've had my fair share of that, and it was just, wild, because like the fact that, and come to find out, this girl Erica that I dated knew that this girl Ashley was cheating on me. Like, she completely knew it, and she was also friends. I come to find out she was also friends with the mother of this child, and I was like, yeah, something's off here. Like, I was like, I distanced myself from all of them. Right, like I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not going out there ever again. Like, no way, I'm not doing it. Like, but it was just, you got, sorry y'all, I'm yawning. You gotta really watch what these people do, because these people like that, they will betray you in an instant. They really will. They will not care. And, you know, like, I don't necessarily mind to go and talk about, like, this stuff on the internet, right? You know, people could be like, oh, haha, you know, you got cheated on or whatever. Like, cool, you know, that's not necessarily going to bother me. Like, because at the end of the day, like, I'm actually thankful for it. Seriously, like, I honestly am.
Round two. Ready?
Because, you know, it helped me. It was a journey. It helped me get to the one I was meant to be with. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, so I can't really necessarily, in a way, I mean, I'm not saying that people betraying you doesn't matter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, in my case, you know, because if it didn't happen, I may not have found the one. You know, I may have been married to a cheater, right? And we all know if a man is married to a cheater, he loses everything, right? But, like, yeah, it was weird. Like, this whole situation was very weird. It, like, I did not know that all these people knew each other like that. But, like, it was crazy, y'all. It was really, really crazy. And, like, honestly, after that, like, and the thing is I'll tell you another thing. So, this other girl, this Erica girl, was, like, she was friends with two other of my exes, come to find out. The other two is a pretty more longer story, so I'm not going to talk about it in this video. Those will be separate videos. But, and it was like, you know, as far as the first ex that I had, that she knew of mine, I dated and broke up with her a lot before she knew her real well. So, but the other one she knew as well. So, but yeah. Exes will be for another topic. What do you mean?
Round two. Ready? Go.
What do you mean they will be for another topic? Like,
Round 3. Ready?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be. I'll do the videos until I run out of videos for X's because I don't have unlimited X's. But yeah, I'll do a video for each one, so to say. But one of them, though, I will say, is going to be because I did have one ex that didn't cheat on me, right? So that one will be actually probably a better story, but just with a sad ending. Anyway, yeah. So like, I had to deal with a lot of stuff with this girl Ashley, right? And
I'm no pushover, sweetie.
you know, to come to find out, like I mentioned before, her knowing my other ex, and then that ex cheating on me too. It was very odd, y'all. Like, it was really weird. You know, but then again, you know, we live in clown world, so clowns obviously cheat. So, yeah, it was just, it was crazy. Like, it was really crazy stuff, but but yeah, like, that pretty much, I guess, concludes the story with Ashley, I guess. Like, there's not really a whole lot to tell on that story, actually. But like, and there wasn't really a lot. There's not really a lot. There's no point in making a side video for this girl Erica, right? Because like, this didn't even last long enough to even make a video. So I just went ahead and just combined these two since they did know each other. But like, yeah, y'all, you really gotta watch out and figure out the person you're dating. You gotta find out who they know, who they're talking to, what kind of person they are, what kind of influence they're under, right? You know, like, if they're under the influence of like people partying, right? You know, obviously, you know that's not going to work. You know, that's going to be bad because it's not just, it's just not going to work. It's like, yeah, you know, that was my fault. That was my fault. I freaking literally let her hit me over the guardrail. But anyway, yeah, y'all, like, it's a crazy, evil world we live in, that's for certain. Like, but yeah, anyway, that concludes that story. Party girls don't make good lovers. Hell no, they don't. They don't make good lovers. They don't make good wives. They don't even make good acquaintances. like, I just don't believe in partying. I never have. Like, I never, even when I was not a Christian, I just didn't believe in it, right? I just think it's pointless. But yeah, anyway, that concludes
Zip.
pretty much the story. So, but I will stay on here and just kind of chat a little bit, because I don't necessarily know how long I've been on, but 38 minutes, I think, is it? Yeah. But yeah, y'all gotta watch it, y'all, because if y'all don't watch it, like, you're gonna end up with a lot of this stuff, like, happening to you. And I honestly don't recommend this at all. So, but yeah. Definitely, definitely watch who you decide to get with. Like, if you're a man watching this, make sure you know this woman more than you think.
How many seconds you'll last? Are you ready for this?
make sure you know everything there is you can know about her,
I
because
assume you're ready.
Round one. Ready?
if not, you may be falling into a trap. So, but like, actually, one more thing I wanted to add was this Erica girl. By the way, like when I went back to school, she was literally trying to talk to me like nothing was wrong, right? Like she didn't do anything or nothing, right? And I was like, you know, like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not. So it was just a weird experience altogether, to be honest, because I mean, I never really should have had to deal with that. Like, and this Ashley girl, she was hiding the fact she took prenatal vitamins. Like, this girl left her purse like in the bedroom, and that's where this child found these prenatal vitamins, apparently. And it's like, you know, yeah, I got the hell out of there, because it's just that was bad. Those people were bad news. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, so I got away from them. So it's like, yeah, definitely watch who you waste your energy and time on, y'all. Definitely. Because it may just come back to bite you in the behind. Like, it very well might. And
Pushover, sweetie.
I don't wish that stuff on my worst enemy. I really don't. Like,
Round one.
because, like, even though you don't, let's just say if you don't love them, like, or you've not known them long enough, it still really hurts, because, you know, you're trying to be genuine, especially when you're being faithful and stuff, right? You're trying to, you know, find your soulmate and whatnot. So, you know, you're trying to find your soulmate as in a romantic interest, right? And it's like, you know, going through all that, you know, it hurts, it stings, it definitely does, regardless if you love them or not. Like,
Round two.
and it also teaches you a lot of things too. It definitely teaches you a lot of things. Like, it teaches you that you just cannot, you can't hardly trust anybody, y'all. Like,
Ready? Go.
and it's like, you know, there wasn't even any sign of trouble either with these relationships, so we didn't even get to that part. But, you know, the thing is the first sign of trouble that comes along, they're ready to just throw you away. Like, they all of a sudden just, oh, I don't care no more. And it's like, yeah, man, like, that's wild. Like, but yeah, anyway, I just, you know, I've even, like, just thought to myself just how blown away I was, like, now that I'm older, like how blown away I am that the fact that this woman was doing all this, like, because it's like, you know, she didn't even care. Like, she was like smoking, drinking, you know, smoking weed, like, and all that, you know, like when she was pregnant, and come to find out, like, I was even told years later that she had got on like hardcore dope. Like, I don't know if that's true. It's none of my business. I'm not gonna say yes it was or no it ain't. But that was what I was told back when I lived there, and I've not looked back since, right? So, yeah, it's just definitely bad news, you know. And, you know, even the thing is this girl was always acting weird. Like, she was just a weird individual. Like, I mean, there's not anything being wrong with being weird, but I'm not talking about, like, the good kind of weird. I'm talking about, like, the bad kind of weird, right? You know, even when we would, like, because we would take this her friend, the mother that I talked about. We would take her kid to go and play at the little playground at the apartment complex, and me and her would just kind of sit around and talk or whatever. And she was really weird and awkward then, like, and not in the good way. Like she was very weird. Like I'm hiding something kind of weird, right? But like, yeah, it just goes to show that you have to really watch who you definitely give time and energy to, because you know it can lead to that. You know, especially when you're trying to find a romantic partner as a man. You know, and you know, if you're a woman trying to find a man, you know, it's the same thing. You know, it's not just one-sided, right? But yeah, that concludes the story. So in the meantime, I hope everybody is doing well, so to say. Also, I have thought of a new topic, and that I want to talk about. It won't be tonight, but it's going to be. It may be tomorrow. I feel like this is probably going to be one of the hardest topics I've had to talk about. But it'll be sometime this week. I don't necessarily know what day. I hope it's tomorrow. I don't know. I may have a video already planned tomorrow. I have to look at what I've got written down. But yeah, anyway, I will tell the title of the video. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you will probably think this title is very interesting. But it is what the title of the video is going to be: How Life is Like a Video Game. And what does this mean? So I'm pretty sure, like, because I'm not going to spoil anything, you're probably thinking one thing, but it's actually the opposite. So yeah, I do plan to do that topic sometime this week. I feel like that would be a very good topic to talk about, because it's going to be a tough one to talk about. It's not going to be an easy topic to talk about. You know, sure, we can sit here and expose narcissists and all this stuff all day, and it's, you know, it's easy to do, but this topic here, you know, it's probably going to feel, you know, kind of depressing, because, you know, like, it's, in all reality, it's true. I feel like that I should make this video due to someone I'm grieving over. But yeah, be looking out for that video as well. It'll be sometime this week. Like I said, I do not know the day, so it may not be till Friday, it may not be till Saturday, I don't really know. But yeah, as far as the topics with the exes, probably won't do another one till maybe next week. So yeah, probably won't do another one till next week. So it'll be other things. We still have another game and chat lined up for this week as well. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, to all the people watching, how is everybody doing?
You'll never be a match for me.
Doing good. Sorry you had to go through that. Yeah, it really sucks. Like, it really freaking sucks because it's very painful, but you know, a lot of these painful stuff from exes I've pretty much overcame, except the stuff that some of the stuff I talked about, like especially in my first video, that's the one that I have struggled the most with, and with one I was talking about in the Victoria video, and yeah, so you would fight them. You're gonna go Super Saiyan Rosa.
Try again in a few years.
Doing good? Nice.
Let's see how many seconds.
Round one. Ready, go!
Super Saiyan Rosa. that not gonna lie, that would look cool. I would like to see you like that. That'd be cool.
Round two. Ready, go! Excellent.
But yeah, like, honestly, like, I'll probably go ahead and end this one here, to be honest, because I mean, there's not really anything, like I said, left to talk about with the story. Like, I've talked about this girl Ashley as much as I really could. Because, like I said, I did not know a lot about her in that kind of level. It just kind of happened that we got together, so to say, but, and the same thing, you know, with the Erica girl, wasn't really a lot to talk about there either, so I just was like, oh, yep, I'll combine them in one video, and, you know, just call it a day. But yeah, anyway, I guess I will end this one here. Here, but at the beginning of the video.
Round three. Ready, go!
Okay, so you're not going to be able to hear me probably say anything then, Marissa. But, like, yeah, guys, just watch closely. Missed it again. Well, I did say a video that you're not going to want to miss. When you watch the video, it'll play it towards the end of the video. Obviously, this is the end of the video. That's something I said a while ago. Of a new topic that I feel like I need to talk about. And it's going to be a very hard topic to talk about. It's not going to be easy. But we're going to do it and just kind of see how it plays out. So also, before I do end the video, I do got some very cool edits I've put together of some characters. I appreciate the support on the last one I did, the Luna Snow one. That one got like over 1,000 views, so that was cool. As well as the Hinata one got over 1,000 views, so that's always put a smile on your face kind of thing. It's small steps, but I mean, I'm not aiming to be Mr. Beast or anything. So, yeah. So I will be uploading those tonight.
Let's see how many seconds you'll last.
Not all of them, just a couple of them. Probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them.
Round one.
And
Ready?
yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna end this one here. And just remember to stay safe out there, y'all. Regardless if you're a female or a male, right? Watch out for these signs. You know that these, like, watch out for the signs. Obviously, obviously in this case, I was not necessarily watching out for signs. I can admit that. I was kind of just like going with the flow, kind of thing. So that was my fault. So shouldn't have done that. But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna end this one here. So God bless you all, and
In a few years.
I will see you all next time. Also, if you're on GG, I'll hit you up with a party invite.
Let's see how many seconds you'll last. Are you
If you want
ready
a
for
party
this?
chat.
You'll enjoy this, trust me. Ready?
Round one.
So yeah,
Ready? Go!
like I said, y'all take care, and I will see you all next time. Peace.